Good afternoon, everybody. We are delighted to welcome you to our Glion Live Open Day. Let's go! Today is a great opportunity for you to discover our Swiss campuses, to hear more about our bachelor's degree in international hospitality business, and to meet with our faculty and students. To start this journey, I'm pleased to introduce you Mrs. Georgette Davy, Managing Director at the Glion Institute of Higher Education, as well as one of our bachelor students. Enjoy!
Thank you, Ruben. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Glion. My name's Georgette Davy, and I'm the Managing Director. I'd just like to take some time to talk to you about hospitality. So hospitality today, very much focused on hotels, travel, tourism, restaurants, events, and theme parks. But the hospitality of tomorrow is really looking at the experience industry. It's expanding, it's going beyond the traditional and very much coming up with the customer technology, the luxury retail, entertainment, finance, international events, all the way through to motorsport. So it's an industry that's growing and an industry that people want to work in. So what makes the Glion difference? Well, in Glion, we're based here in Switzerland and also in the United Kingdom. But where did hospitality all begin? And where did hospitality education begin? Swiss hospitality was the starting point and the birthplace of the hotel management schools back in 1893. It was the home of hospitality. And this was linked very much to the precision, quality, and also attention to detail. So that very much the home of hospitality. So what about our history here at Glion? Well, when we look at the way in which the industry has expanded, it was actually in the 1960s that we started to see mass tourism. We saw the advent of the jet and people traveling further from home. As people travel further from home, they also need places to stay, hotels, places to eat, restaurants, and entertainment when they get to their destination. So it was in 1962 that we opened our doors here in Glion. We opened the school with 15 students from 5 different countries, and just 163, we had over 80 students from 26 different countries, setting the scene for the national education that our students would receive. By 1989, we had grown so large that we opened our second campus up in Bulle, just 35 minutes from our Glion campus. And our next part of history was linked to being the only hotel school to open its doors in the UK in London. So we opened Downshire House at the University of Roehampton in the United Kingdom, so that only Swiss hospitality school in the United Kingdom. In 2017, we became part of the Somme Education Group. And in 2019, Somme Education became the major shareholder for the Ducasse Education in France. So now here at Glion, we're proud to have 2 sisters within the Somme Education Group. But why Glion? It's all about experiencing excellence. We are a boutique hotel school with small classes and enabling our students to really learn from the best. Mark, I know that you've recently joined us here at Glion. When did you start your studies?
So I started my studies at Glion about a month ago, and I picked here because of the amount of nationalities that are available, which gives you quite a diverse education, and you get to meet people from all different cultures and kind of connect and get different points of view.
That's great. And we know that our class sizes are small, with students in an average class size of 35, and our staff to student ratio of just 1 member of staff to 5 students. So really offering students that personalised approach. What we're also very proud of here at Glion is our accreditation. And we're accredited by NETSHE, the New England Commission of Higher Education. We're alongside schools such as Harvard, MIT and Yale, who are also accredited by NECI. Our campus in the United Kingdom is also quality assured by the QAA, the Quality Assurance Agency in the United Kingdom. More recently, we're very proud to announce that our QS World Ranking for 2021 identified here at Glion we are the #3 hotel school in the world. But probably what is more important to us is that we are identified as #2 with our employer reputation. It's so important to us here at Glion to ensure that our students are recognised when they go out into industry, and employers really recognise our graduates. But we are one school. We are Glion. We operate in 2 countries across our 3 campuses. And Mark, we're here today in Glion.
Yes.
What can you tell our guests today about the Glion campus? You've arrived just a month ago. What was the most exciting thing about your arrival?
So for me, the second I opened my curtains, I saw the view of the lake and the mountains. I really enjoyed that. It gives a sense of hope to wake up in the morning, see the view, kind of gives you motivation for the day. Another thing I love about the campus here is the amount of restaurants and options to eat, because of course food is a necessity when you're working long hours, studying, trying to achieve your goals, and the options and amount of just different foods really is a nice thing about the campus here.
It's great. So you're starting your journey here in Glion, but we'll then be heading up to our Bulle campus. So our Bulle campus opened in 1989 and just 35 minutes away from where we are today. Very much a university-style campus, which is where our students study from their semester 3 on their bachelor's program through until semester 7, and also where our master's students study. Lastly, I'd like to introduce you to our London campus, based in southwest London on the University of Roehampton's campus. And you can see there Downshire House, which is a dedicated facility where our students study. Close and right on the doorstep of central London, where hospitality is at its peak. But our degrees, much more than a degree. And it's all about them being more than a degree and building a career. How do they do that? Well, our students start their studies in practical workshops, and practice really does make perfect. They then head off and they gain some real-world experience through their internships, whence coming back onto our campuses to study their academic programs, where they're able to apply their business knowledge, before at the end of their studies becoming a specialist. So it really does build their careers for the future. But how? Well, it's all about that transformative learning. It's about our students being in an environment where they're able to thrive and grow within their abilities, building their soft skills, learning day to day. And Mark, just yesterday, which class were you in yesterday?
I had the theater class yesterday, which is a class that teaches you more about body language, how to act with guests, how to interact with the guests, how to speak, and what language you have to use, and try to make them feel more at home when they enter your hotel or facility, which was a really enjoyable class.
That's great to hear. So really interesting things that you're doing. So students are studying within their academic studies, but they're also developing those soft skills inside the classroom and outside through professional development and leadership training. But our students also learn from the best. And within our practical arts, whether it's Christophe Gulli, who's our Dean of Practical Arts, who I know you'll be meeting later today, to Didier Annes, who comes with a world-recognised qualification of a MOF, along with Chantal Whitman, who runs our gastronomic and Bellevue restaurant, to Reza Nubu, who was actually identified as the Swiss Sommelier of the Year. So our students, such as Mark here, are really learning from experts within their field. As our students progress, they also learn from academic faculty. And those academic faculty come to us again with expertise, whether it's Dr. Barbara Czyzeska, who is our interim dean and leads our luxury specialization, Jonathan Humphreys, who leads on our hotel development and finance, or Ed Schofield, who comes to us with a great amount of general management experience within hospitality. Our students learn from academics and from practical arts instructors who not only come with academic knowledge, but also come with many years of experience. And what is more important than learning from people who have experience of the industry? So we've got over 65 members of our faculty and practical arts instructors, of which 90% hold PhDs or masters. They also come from all around the world. But what about our students? Mark, which country did you say you came from?
I am from Lebanon, a small country in the Middle East, just on the Mediterranean Sea.
And how many nationalities do you think you've met on our campus since you've been here?
I think more than 40 or 50 nationalities, and that's just on the Glion campus.
That's amazing. So we've got over 1,600 students. They come from over 90 nationalities around the world. And what is absolutely key to the success of our education is students are studying in that international environment every single day. They could be in a class with up to 22 nationalities, so really learning how to be a global citizen of the future. 53% of our students come from within Europe and 37% from Asia Pacific. So it's a really, truly international and global setting. But how do our students develop over time? Well, it's all about those progressive learning principles. Progressive with the student being at the centre of everything that we do. Whether, as we say, it's that international environment, the development of their soft skills day-to-day in their practical workshops, throughout their studies, or also their employability skills, which are critical for their success. You're going to hear more today from Christophe Guly, our Dean of Practical Arts, as he talks about that practical arts programme. But our students are developing progressive learning principles, learning from that practice to learning the fundamentals of business to management and eventually strategic and specializations. Our students also have professional internships with many offers per student, so them taking their choices of where they want to go and work and within which part of the hospitality sector. We have the following programs for our high school graduates. There are Bachelor in International Hospitality Business, the 4-year bachelor's degree in International Hospitality Business, where our students get to study English alongside. We also have that exciting opportunity of 1 or 2 week summer programs where students thinking about coming into the hospitality and luxury sector are able to come and spend 1 or 2 weeks with us here in Switzerland and also over in London. And we also have our luxury hospitality summer program really aimed at the over 18s to come and sample that experience over the summer months. We also have programs for our young professionals and career changers. So that's our 4 specialised masters. We have a master's in International Hospitality Business, Luxury Management and Guest Experience, Hospitality Entrepreneurship and Innovation, and also Real Estate Finance and Hotel Development. Now I'd like to hand over to my colleague, who's going to tell us much more about the Practical Arts programme. I'd like to thank Mark for being with us today.
Thank you, Georgette. So I'm Christophe Guly, the Dean of Practical Arts in Glion. So I have the pleasure to present the semester 1, the Practical Arts semester with Yoo-Jun Lee.
Hi, everyone.
So the Practical Arts semester, as you can see, is the semester 1 for the bachelor degree. This is the beginning of the 3.5 years based in Glion, here on the Glion campus in the different outlets, such as the restaurant and the kitchen. So this is the way to launch the student experience with 20 weeks based on the Glion campus. So as you can see here, we have different types of courses, such as luxury, hospitality, branding, and service excellence. The workshops dedicated to the food and beverages environment, such as our gastronomic restaurant, the Bellevue, and our fresh restaurant, the Healthy Eating and Sustainability, here up to the village. So in addition of the F&B concept that we have in Glion here, we have different courses dedicated to wine and bar, mixology, cocktail masterclass. But I would like to understand better how the students run the experience. That is at the hand an immersion for students with Eugene. Eugene, can you tell us what is the additional value for you as students regarding the practical arts experience?
Okay, so for the practical art experience, it put us in different operational role, and then we can actually experience how it will feels like and how they work in different operation role. And also the first thing to prepare for our first internship, also for later on become a future leader in the hospitality area. It will be great for us to know what the other department will do.
Can you tell us more about your experience? What have you done so far here in Glion?
Okay, so far in Glion, I have done the housekeeping week, which is about the room division. Also, I done the front desk week too, and I learned about opera system and everything that we need to done in the front desk.
Thank you. And what will be the next course that you will have here in Glion?
The next course I will have will be the Bellevue service and kitchen.
Okay. Is it the first time that you will work in a restaurant, such as the gastronomic restaurant?
I had work experience before in a restaurant for the service, and it was a great time I had before. And I'm really looking forward to the experience I will get in Bellevue restaurant.
And what kind of expectations do you have regarding this coming course, the service and the kitchen?
Okay, so since Bellevue restaurant is a gastronomic restaurant, and I'm really proud of our school that have a really nice restaurant. So in the course, I'm looking forward to learn how we're gonna serve our guests, and also about the table setting, and also about wine and everything that we might possibly learn in the hospitality way to serve.
Thank you, Eugene. And of course, when we're talking about guests here in Glion, we welcome external guests for students to practice with real guests taking orders, how to manage the stress in front of the real request coming from external guests. And that's why we assess the students at 50% level for what we call the transferable skills, the communication, the dress code, the ability to express themselves in public. And of course, aside we have the teaching regarding the technical skills, how to serve the guest, how to cook, and how to open a bottle of wine. With Paolo Basso, for instance, who is meilleur sommelier, best sommelier in the world 2013. So total 20 weeks, that is an immersion for students to experiment different environments and to develop themselves regarding the important soft skills. Another goal of the semester one is to prepare the students for the semester two, that is the internship. So but my colleague, Morgane Bédu, will tell you more about this experience.
Thank you so much, Christophe, for the introduction. My name is Morgane Bédu. I'm the Career Internship Manager, and I'm so lucky today because we have Paul Bedouet with us, and he's going to share with you everything about his search for the internship, as well as his practical experience on the internship. So thank you so much for being here, and welcome to your Career Internship journey. So the first step of your journey is the first internship. Really, the first internship should be for you the foundation. It's like the foundation of a house, and this first internship is going to be really into your professional immersion and to develop with you everything that you have learned throughout your first semester here at Glion. So you're really going to put into practice what you've learned during your practical arts and really to start developing all of those skills, communication skills, how to deal with clients, how to deal with the industry. And you're going to grow so much during this first experience. I'll have Paul with me after, who's going to really explain you all about his internship journey. So the reason why we exist as a Career Internship department is really to unleash the potential of every single student, no matter where they're from and no matter what their ambitions are. How do we do that? We do that with really extensive personalized service when they're on campus and even remotely. We prepare students for their CV from the moment they arrive. We support them with motivation letters, with interview techniques and preparation. And we really give this personalized assistance because this is really our expertise and the core of our team. In terms of results, we have 250 plus companies that decide to recruit with us, our students, and the expertise that we give to our students every year. And we have extensive internship vacancies on our platforms and all the different supports that we give to our students. What is really of essence with our department is the link that we have with the industry. As you can see, most of the leading brands are represented in terms of to really diversify in terms of where they want to go, which brands do they feel they have the best fit with, what are their values. As an additional resource and very extensive resource that we give to our students, we are providing them with access to our current internship portal, which is really exclusive for our community, which is a platform that brings together employers and students all in one place. Our students also have mobile applications where they can directly apply to position. Maybe Paul after will explain a little bit how he used this platform to find his internship. In terms of first internship experience, like we said, operations is really the powerhouse, really the core of what you are starting your Glion current internship journey with. And at the beginning, when you start in hospitality, you know that there is a restaurant, you know that there is a reception, and you need to be able to really get to these core skills in order to after climb the ladders. And like I said, I'm so happy to have with me today Paul, who's going to tell you everything about how he managed to find his internship and really what was the key highlights of your internship.
So during my internship, first of all, I did it in Hotel Arts Barcelona.
Fantastic.
I'm originally from Barcelona, so the advantage I had is that I was already speaking Catalan there. But the best experience I had during my internship was to be able to communicate with huge American groups such as Spotify, Baker McKenzie, Bank of America. I even had the chance to work within the company with some celebrities such as Mariah Carey, 50 Cent, and it was crazy. I didn't expect that at all.
Wow.
Yeah, yes, exactly. That was quite nice.
And how did the current internship department support you into getting this internship at the Hotel Arts in Barcelona?
Well, actually, they helped me a lot because I'm passionate about events. And normally, we are supposed to do an operational internship. So with the Career Internship office, I've been talking with them, and we chose to see which job would be the best one for me and doable, of course. So I've been talking with the internship office. They support me in my learning and also in my research. And then we found that in Hotel Arts, they had a department of conferences with half operational and half administrative. So that's why I had the luck to work in Hotel Arts, thanks to you guys' internship.
Thank you so much, Paul, for sharing your experience. And now let's go to Bulle to meet with my colleague Barbara, who's going to explain you everything about the academic experience.
Thank you very much, Morgan. My name is Barbara Czewska, and I serve as Interim Academic Dean and Head of Luxury Brand Strategy Specialization. I am here with our student Lorenzo Savio, who will be sharing some of his experiences from the past semesters. Hello, Lorenzo.
Hello, my name is Lorenzo. I come from Italy, and I'm currently attending my last semester in Glion.
Thank you, Lorenzo. We will now speak about semester 3 and 4, and this is the time when our students get to choose whether they prefer to study in Switzerland or in the UK on our London campus. Semester 3. So this is the time when students come back from internships. And here we provide hospitality fundamentals. So students start really learning about academic concepts that underpin everything about knowledge of how to manage hospitality businesses. In this semester, students really get to develop their decision-making skills as well as build up their interpersonal competencies. Lorenzo, what are your memories from semester 3?
So for semester 3, I think that throughout each student's journey in Glion, semester 3 is where students start to lay the foundation of the theoretical side of the overall preparation. An aspect which I consider critical of this semester is the focus academic body has throughout the entire semester. In fact, most of the tasks and most of the projects are mainly based on our internship, our first real work experience in the industry. In order for us to understand and to study the management principles that were behind the manager decision during our internship. Moreover, in this semester, students start to establish the academic relationship with the faculty members that are going to accompany them throughout all the Glion journey. An interesting story is that in semester 3, my favorite subject has been people and performance in the workplace. And now that I'm semester 7, a month ago, I found out that the tutor of my final dissertation was going to be the same teacher of that subject, Mr. Fuchs.
That's a fantastic story. So do you really feel that all the pieces of knowledge and practice fall into one coherent journey?
Yeah, exactly. I believe the internship does not finish in semester 2. I believe internship goes on in semester 3. An academic body really wants us to understand which were, for example, the mistakes, the wrong strategy from a financial, from a marketing, and from a human resource point of view that our hotel was conducting during the semester, during the internship.
That's fantastic. It really sounds like you are applying knowledge into practice. Great.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Lorenzo. We'll have a look at semester 4 now, where we really look at hospitality management. So students, what they learn in this semester is how to apply innovative solutions in businesses. They get to practice their managerial decisions as well as take opportunities of self-development. Lorenzo, could you tell us about your memories from semester 4, please?
So in my personal experience, semester 4 helped me understand which field of the hospitality industry suit me the most. We live in a world where trends and human needs change extremely fast, and I strongly believe that understanding what's the best road to undertake in order to build a successful career is very, very tough. This semester, the academic body provided us with an in-depth academic preparation on the main pillars of the hospitality industry in order for us to understand what's our way. To make some example, in managerial accounting, my group and I had to provide as a final project a comprehensive financial analysis on a chosen company that was Coca-Cola. Overall, I believe that this semester prepare us as a student to analyze from different points of view a business, a company, or a society.
Thank you very much, Lorenzo. What Lorenzo just said is very important. It really highlights how our students progress on that journey of education. And as semesters progress, they make more and more informed decisions. And this takes me to semester 5, which is the second internship. I will introduce my colleague Jackie Lutz, who will say more about that second internship.
Thank you, Barbara. And I'd like to introduce now Francesco, who's going to help me to explain to you a little bit more about the second internship, which takes place after the academic semesters 3 and 4, so in semester 5. You will remember from the first part of the presentation that the first internship is operational, reason being because the first semester is very much operational based, and this is what forms the foundation of the professional career. Now we're moving to a second internship, which we want at a slightly higher level. The reason for that is the students have moved on and they need to really get a rounded professional experience. And Francesco is going to tell us about his experience for his second internship. Francesco, where did you do your second internship?
So yeah, Thank you, Jackie. So I did my second internship in Rome, in Philip Morris. I worked for this big firm. It was a really nice experience, I have to say.
Wow, that's not a hospitality company, traditionally speaking, right?
No, it's not a hospitality company. I wanted to try a different experience in a different department. So I decided to move on a big company such as Philip Morris and to try an experience in the marketing department. And I must say it was really, really helpful to make me understand about my future career. And now my ideas are more clear about it.
That's great. So it's definitely showing. And I believe your first internship was in a hotel in the kitchen department. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I work for the F&B department in a 5-star hotel in Tenerife for Ritz-Carlton, Alabama. And that was such a great experience as well. But for my second internship, I wanted to do something a little bit more managerial. So I moved to marketing department. And I think that was the right choice.
I think so too. And Francesco has actually done the textbook copy of what we like to see is an operational first internship followed by a managerial second internship. And very interesting to see that indeed Francesco is in a different kind of company, not hospitality. And I think it's a very important point to raise at this point that many companies coming to Glion are not hospitality. They're looking for students who have the skills to give excellent customer service as well. They're looking for the different kind of students who are not necessarily out of business schools, but who have that additional element, the soft skills that can really add value to an employment position, which is why they come to Glion. Many of them will come to our event, our Glion Connect and Recruit event, which is an online career fair. Indeed, in the past, we've been having events face-to-face. Like everyone else, we have moved very much more online over the past few months, and our events are more or less totally online right now. We have up to 100 companies coming, and they will each have a booth, each be able to meet with the students, interview students, network, very important networking, right? Networking is so important. Did you attend our last online event?
I did. It was a little bit different compared to the first time that I attended.
To the face-to-face events.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, the first time, the face-to-face, it was when I found my first internship. So it was such a great opportunity to know a little bit more about companies in general, what they're looking for, what are the skills that an intern needs to have. The second one, like I just said, it was a little bit different because I'm still getting used, I think, like such most of the students to the not face-to-face.
But I think if I can add, the companies are not used to it either. And neither are we. We're all moving into a very much more online. We're all moving into it together. So we're all going out of our comfort zones together and moving into this new environment. And it's working out quite well because we're seeing that companies are coming back. They're wanting to recruit. The students are a lot less tense about the idea of moving onto this online event right now, and it's going to go much smoother than the first events were going. So we're really looking forward to having more of these events, more recruitment done in this way, interviews online, networking online. Looking at some of our examples of second internships, I think you can see from these examples that it is not just hospitality companies where our students are moving into business companies such as Francesco has, but also financial institutions, event companies, and luxury companies. This also reflects our specializations, which Barbara will talk about in semester 6 and 7, and I'm going to hand back to her now so she can continue with her explanation.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Having completed the second internships, our students move on to semester 6, which we call integrative business strategies. In this semester, it's where students really develop a strategic mindset. They get to apply business theories to the real case scenarios. What is really important is that this is where students learn how to recommend solutions at the corporate level. And finally, we reach semester 7. This is where our students get to make some choices. They can choose one of 3 specializations that we have here at Glion. These 3 choices are luxury brand strategy, international hotel development and finance, and international event management. Another choice that they will make is the capstone project. They can choose either a dissertation or an applied business project. The first of the 3 specializations that students can choose from is luxury brand strategy. This specialization consists of 5 topics. First, we look at economics of luxury sector, so very much introduction to this industry. Secondly, we start looking at what is a luxury brand, how do we build luxury brands, and how do we manage them effectively in a long-term perspective. The third topic is marketing. So students are applying the traditional marketing mix concepts here to develop and maintain a luxury brand. In the fourth topic, we are focusing on excellence and delivering services. We are looking at how to deliver service, which is very consistent with the luxury brand philosophy. And finally, we build on the previous knowledge, and students get to come up with innovative concepts for guest experiences, something which is critical in the luxury sector. The second specialization is international event management. And to introduce that topic, I have with me Giovanni Manfredini.
Hello, Barbara.
Hello, Giovanni.
Thank you for the introduction. The International Event Management specialization is also structured on 5 subjects. First, we let the students understand the industry, a very fragmented industry where many different event players, conference organizers, wedding planners, sport and music events organizers, create a huge industry that is growing steadily. We analyze the trends, and we look also at the impact of events in terms of environmental impact, sustainability, and so on. The second subject covers the events operations and management. After deciding what is the strategic perspective of an event or an event organization, we share with the students decisions about the financial organization of the event company, the operational and logistic elements, and the overall plan for the event. In subject 3, we look at the marketing and sales plan. Marketing and sales are very important for events because they are usually commercial events, but the students develop marketing and sales solutions for different kinds of events. In subject 4, we focus on the customer and client satisfaction. First, we need to understand and define what are the behavioral expectations of our customers. And second, the students prepare a customer survey that will be used then in subject 5, when the student will have the opportunity to stage several different kinds of events that I have previously organized in terms of plan, marketing and sales solutions. And they stage music events, sport events, and other different kinds of events. And therefore, they create experiences that are very important for the attendees. At the end of that process, the customer survey will be the element to have a final reflection on the experience that the students had in the event management specialization.
Thank you very much, Giovanni. To introduce the final specialization, I invite my colleague, Mr. Jonathan Humphreys. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Barbara. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to introduce the specialization in International Hotel Development and Finance. This specialization is geared towards students who want to understand the roles of investors, asset managers, and owners in the hospitality sphere. It gives them a context with their operations experience and prepares them for the future in fields as consulting and development, asset management, and finance, among others. The specialization is broken down into 5 components. An introduction to all of the players in the industry and why they're important in terms of underpinning the industry in terms of development and growth, and also the success of the industry. The second part, students get to do a real live project, which is a feasibility study, a market study based on a particular location, and they get the opportunity to develop a concept. And the third part is they actually get the opportunity to negotiate and value that concept in real time. Then they bring all of these things together in an integrated resort, and they look at all the various components of an integrated resort. The last component is a bring to life real integrated part of the specialization where the students get to visit a market or do an online or meet with industry experts, and it concludes the entire specialization.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Barbara.
What is a really unique opportunity is the fact that students who join Glion can actually experience life in 6 different locations around the world. So to start with, they join us on our Glion campus in Switzerland. And as part of the first semester, they do a 2-week masterclass with École du CAS in France. Then, after moving to semester 3, they actually have a chance to select a destination where they want to live and study. And to choose from, there are London campus, Bulle campus in Switzerland, and La Roche-Maybera with our sister institution. In semester 4, an additional location to the mentioned 3 is Shanghai in China. Finally, when students join semester 6 and 7, they can once again make that choice and either stay in Switzerland on our Bulle campus or go to London in the United Kingdom. If you want to join the BBA program at Glion, you need to meet certain entry requirements. This is a certain age, prior education requirements, as well as English qualifications. Please access our Glion website for detailed information on that. Now I will hand over to my colleague Jackie Lutz to tell you a little bit more about the career opportunities.
Thank you, Barbara. Let's now move on and look at career preparation. Obviously, one of the main reasons for coming to Glion is to move into a great career once the student has graduated. And as we've already mentioned, the service that the Career Internship Department provides to each and every student is really personalized. Even more so now that we've had to move to a very much more online environment. We are still able to counsel students exactly the same as we have in the past, but in an online setting. We are still having companies come and meet with the students, again, in an online setting. And this goes not only for students looking for an internship, but students looking for management training and job opportunities. They are, by the time they graduate from Glion, extremely familiar with our online portal. And here again, they are finding the opportunities that they will be able to apply for to start their careers. Looking at our top recruiters, I think you'll probably remember from the earlier part of the presentation that many of the same companies are present. You will see then that companies are taking students for a first internship, for a second internship, and also for their career. They see the value in the training that they have in Glion. They see the value also of taking in a student at internship level and then bringing him or her back for a career with their company. They like to prepare their students in advance to become Ritz-Carlton people, Four Seasons people, Mandarin Oriental people. So indeed, up to 50% of students on second internship will find themselves offered an opportunity to return to a company for a job opportunity or a management training program once they've graduated. This is a true testimony to what the employers really think of Glion students. And another true testimony to that is the fact that we are, Glion, number 2 in the QS ranking system for employer reputation. A great achievement, we're very proud of it, and this is also reflected in the rate of employability that we have always had at the school, which is 98% of job-seeking students who find they have one or more opportunities on graduation. So let's now look at our Glion alumni, a truly global network. Students will become alumni at Glion already in their final semester. This is really rare in higher education, and it's a real advantage for our students who are graduating. The reason is they will have access not only to contact the alumni, but also to the job platform that is on our alumni portal and available to students, be they master or bachelor. So students will have that added value of becoming alumni before they become alumni, so to speak. The alumni organization is international.
truly an international network, and it exudes the same Glion spirit that we see on campus. Our alumni are really keen to come back to recruit. They attend our recruitment events. They post offers on our portal. They like to perpetuate the Glion spirit and take Glion students. They know, having been through Glion and having seen other employees, they know that they can count on Glion students as a true asset to their companies. This is why they come and look for them. We have over 15,000 active alumni. You can see it's a really international community in over 164 countries. Roughly 51% of our Glion alumni are actually working in the hospitality and tourism related industries. The others, they are working in related industries, consumer goods, finance, events, luxury retail, for example. The fast career progression of our students, they will start at maybe entry-level positions, but they will very quickly progress, and 86% indeed of our students are in a managerial role within 5 years of graduating. This is a huge figure for us. We're really proud of it. I think just about wherever you go in the world, you're likely to meet a Glion alumnus or alumna, and I'm a testimony to that because I have often met Glion alumni on my travels, and always, again, that Glion spirit, that warm welcome, that really warm feeling of being part of an international community. So what else is happening at Glion? Our students have access to a number of different activities. They'll be attending various events, they can join clubs, they can join committees, and they can do a lot of sport. My colleague Nemanja is now going to tell you more about the student life experience here at Glion.
Thank you, Jackie. Hello, everyone. My name is Nemanja Petrovic, Sports and Events Coordinator in Student Affairs Department. Today, I will present you Glion Student Life with my colleague Dominique Robasser, Student Affairs Manager from Glion Campus, and Jude Haddad, Student Government Association President. Hello, Jude.
Hello, sir, and hello, everyone.
So now I would kindly ask Dominique to present us a bit events and excursions in Glion.
Thank you, Nemanja. Hello, everybody. My name is Dominique, and I'm responsible for the student affairs here on the Glion campus. So today we're going to share with you the student life on both of our campus. Here's a glance of what we do in regards of events and activities on the Glion and on the Bulle campus. You'll see here at the bottom left our events. We've got the MasterChef, the Culture Fair, and the Glion Got Talent. These are all major events that are taking place every semester on our campuses. Just to give you a little idea, the MasterChef is an event where students get together, cook and compete against each other while the chefs are watching them. The Culture Fair with our 90 nationalities on campus is a major event where students showcase their culture through the food, through dressing up and doing some dancing, typical dancing from their country. We've also got many online activities happening. Actually, nearly every week we've got online activities happening. And this can start with a gaming night where students have to compete against each other, as well as some e-sports to make sure they keep fit and healthy, as well as Netflix nights where students get together and watch a film together, and competition for the ones who enjoy doing art. Sports, I'm not going to go too much in detail here because my colleague Nemanja is going to share with you all our sport activities, but we do have sports daily and also every weekend. Every 2 weeks you'll be able to join an excursion. It's either a Swiss excursion, or if you're interested in culture, we also got culture excursions. And we've also got activities depending on the season. Excursions happening in winter for people who enjoy skiing, or in the summer for people who want to do a bit more trekking, or if you're an adventure person, we've got also some paragliding and canyoning and many more fun activities that you can join. Nemanja, could you now share a bit more about the sports happening on both of our campuses as well as externally?
Yes, of course, Dominique. We have free access for our students to gymnasium if they would like to play basketball, volleyball, badminton, if they would like to participate in boxing practice as well. Also, we have a free access for our students in a fitness center, free access to jam room if we have some talents from music. And also, we have a free access for tennis, badminton, and squash court. If some students are interested to participate in different sports activities and to join one of the clubs, they can participate in the rugby club, football club, volleyball club, basketball. Also, what we are giving opportunity to our students is a climbing activity as well as to join in the trampoline center. What is really important and really famous, which makes our Glion spirit really strong, is our teams and clubs in Glion. So each semester we are making teams for the rugby, for football, for volleyball, and also in the last semester we created a boxing club which is becoming most and most famous. Now I would kindly ask Dominique to present us a Glion Ambassador Program.
Thank you. So the Glion Ambassador Program is a program where students actually get selected by the Student Affairs. They have to send a motivation letter, a CV, and they go through an interview process. The idea is really for students to develop their leadership skills, and that can be on a personal or on a professional level, as we've seen that there's a lot of learning outside of classes. Then these students, these ambassadors, are going to be responsible to represent the school internally and also externally, as well as support the integration of the students, peer-to-peer support as well, and enhancing the student life on campus. You can actually recognize our ambassadors by a little golden pin that they have. So if you come on campus, you'll be able to speak with them at any time. We also have many committees. Jude, can you tell us more about the SGA and the committees?
Of course. First of all, welcome. My name is Jude Haddad, and I'm currently the president of the Student Government Association here in Glion. So the Student Government Association president is elected after a week of campaigning, as well as debates between the candidates, in order for the students to vote for the candidate that fits best for their role. The Student Government Association acts as the link between the students and the faculty, so we serve as the voice of the students and we represent them in all non-academic matters. Along with the Student Government Association, we have several committees around the campuses which deal with different activities and different excursions. For example, we have the Culinary Committee that introduces students to the culinary world and the culinary arts. As well, we have the Sports Committee which plans excursions and hikes for students and generally just does activities to keep them healthy and fit. As well, we have the Wine Committee, for example, which introduces new palettes of wine to the students and brings wines from all around the world to create wine tastings and such for the students. As well, we have several events here in Glion that enrich the student experience. For example, firstly, we have our MasterChef competition, where students can actually sign up to compete against each other and get judged by some of the best chefs that we have here at Glion in order to win a certain prize. Last semester, actually, it was hosted by Glion Student TV, one of our new teams that are taking care of showcasing student talent. Next, we have the Networking Conference, which is hosted by the Networking Committee, where industry professionals from all around the world can come and join, share their career experience, give some insights to the students, and basically just explain how their careers work to help Glion students as a whole. Finally, we also have the Cultural Fair, where all nationalities are represented by the Glion students themselves, so the students can create different booths with their own cultural food, their cultural clothing, just in a way to showcase their nationality and show the diversity that we have here in Glion. Now, for more updates on our activities and excursions and anything that's going on with the student life, please follow us on Instagram at Glion Hospitality School to keep updated on everything that might happen.
Thank you, Jude. Dominique, could you please tell us more about health and well-being in Glion?
Yes, sure. Last but not least, of course, is the well-being of the students. Many of our students are living on campus, so it's really important that they feel supported and that they feel secure. Therefore, we've got health advisors available on both of our campuses, 5 days a week, and the security that's available 7 days, 24 hours. That's it for the student life. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. Thank you for listening. Now my colleague Ruben is going to take any of your questions. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominique. Now we received a few questions in the chat box, and the first one is for you, Georgette. Could you tell us more about the professional image and the rules on campus?
So we think it's absolutely essential that all of our students are able to present themselves in a professional way. We're in an industry that requires professionalism within every setting, but different types of dress code. So it's not about a uniform, it's about knowing how to present yourself in that professional setting. So just because it's an open day today, it's not just today that we present ourselves like this, it's every day. So it becomes a way of life. So it's really important for our students to learn at the first and the beginning of their studies how to present themselves and grow into that and grow into the confidence of wearing that professional image every single day.
Thank you, Georgette. The next question is for you, Barbara. Barbara, who is in Bulle now. Is it mandatory to speak both French and English when studying at Glion?
Thank you for the question, Ruben. No, actually it is not. It is mandatory to speak English, but French can actually be learned on campus alongside Spanish and even Mandarin.
Thank you very much. And Jackie, do applicants need any professional experience before applying to Glion?
No professional experience is needed before applying to Glion. When students arrive, they will start with a semester of practical study, and then they will immediately follow on with a practical internship. So they'll already be getting a great basis foundation in the professional world. They will follow that on in the 5th semester with a second internship, which will be at a higher level, more supervisory or administrative. And by the end of their studies, they then will be really career ready with 2 professional internships under their belt of 24 weeks, making almost a year of professional experience.
Thank you, Jackie. Barbara, another question for you. Could you tell us more about the Glion spirit and the open door policy on campus?
Absolutely. Here at Glion, we are a real community. So what we mean by the open door policy is that you can get advice and help from any member of the team, whether that's admin, registrar, or faculty. You can come and speak to us about any topic that is bothering you, and there is a lot of support available for any area of your study, whether it's academic side of things or student experience.
Great. And Jackie, what does the future of hospitality hold?
Ruben, that is a very good question, and I wish I had a crystal ball here in front of me in which I could read the answers. Fortunately, we have a few indicators from professionals who have been through this kind of experience before, the experience of the pandemic, and who are predicting on the basis of their research that hospitality will have a very good return in the coming months. We can see that already in Dubai and Florida. In fact, in Miami in November, there was a 90% occupancy rate in the hotels, which is enormous and indicates much more of a sharp V recovery. I know we were talking about all these different forms of recovery, the curves that are in place in the economic world. And here we can see a really good recovery in place. A second point to note is that we are in contact with a lot of hotel companies, and they are announcing new openings for this year even. I have 2 in mind. I'm not going to say any names, but 2 companies in mind who are opening at least 5 new properties this year and have several more in the pipeline. What we can say about that is that all these hotels are going to need great leaders in the future. That means there will be opportunities for our students. And I think if I look at myself on a personal level, as soon as things go back to normal, me, like everyone else, we are going to want to travel. We are going to want to go to hotels. We're going to want to spend. We're going to want to release all that pent-up frustration that we've had from months and months of confinement. And I believe that hospitality is going to make, it may have been one of the industries that was the hardest hit, but I think it's going to come back the best.
Thank you very much. Georgette, the last question is for you. What are the main qualities to succeed at Glion and in the hospitality industry?
Glion and the hospitality industry require passionate people. People who are passionate about providing service excellence in everything that they do. A passion to be there and looking after their guests, knowing what their guests want today, knowing what their guests want tomorrow, and being there to support their guests every step of the way.
Thank you very much for your help. Should you have any further questions, please feel free to connect with us on our social media, Instagram and Facebook, and visit our website. We thank you for your attention. We are looking forward to welcoming you on campus.
The Glion family is waiting for you.